Here it is, mate. We're going live now, mate. Here it is
Here we
on Smooth Jazz Melbourne. Here it is in Paul Toothpick Coory Facebook page. It's great having you company, and that's me in the hot seat, Paul Toothpick Coory, here on 98.9 Northwest FM. And I've got the very awesome international smooth jazz recording artist, Evan Carydakis, in the room. Good to see you, Evan. How you doing, man?
Man, I couldn't be better. It's great to see you. I love seeing you behind the mic, Paul. You absolutely love it, mate. And the good vibes are coming off you all the time.
Mate, you are out of control, let me tell you. But let me say, you're not just out of control, but you're absolutely, if not one of the premier international, let's say, can I say it, mate, global, international, global smooth jazz artists, mate. Absolutely going by the charts. Can I just start by saying it, and thank you so much for joining us. I know we're coming live from Tassie Town. Is that right? I know it's a little bit late on your a little bit late on your side. Are we at the same time? I think we're sort of talking. What time is it? 10:43.
Yeah,
I love it. Well, it's the single launch. It's the Australian premiere of Paradise Beach, which I'm really excited about, mate. Thank you so much for giving us the exclusive. Let me start by saying, mate, 2022. The song "Moving On," 42 on the Radio Wave Top 100 album charts, 54 in the Smooth Jazz Top 100. It's not even stopping there, guys. So if you're on Facebook, I want to hear from you. I want to hear our comments from our listeners on the Facebook town. Number 1 Smooth Jazz Global for Cherry Pops, which we're playing at the moment in 2023. Number 1 in the Smooth Jazz Global 30 below charts. Number 6 in the Smooth Jazz Radio charts. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. And number 28 in the Jazz Global Top 100 album charts, mate. Evan Carydakis, welcome to the Smooth Friday Live Radio Show.
Thanks, Paul. I couldn't want for a better intro. That number 28 there on the Top 100 with Smooth Jazz Global, that was a massive, massive success for us, and it really put the trajectory on another level. And we're hoping that this will get us top 20 to top 10. And that's the aim for the next single. That's where we're going. We've got to keep moving up.
Well, I'm really excited about the opportunity to be able to play Paradise Beach very, very soon. But I want to tease our audience, mate. Is that okay? I want to tease the Tasmanians, and I want to tease the Australians, and also on tunein.com, which we've got global audience. We've got our friends out at Roma, Italy, and all over the world. So I want to tease them a little bit with some of your, I guess, what we call what would you call your music digest? Like it's Cherry Pops, Moving On, a little bit of Groove House before we go to Paradise Beach. What do you think? Are you happy with that?
Absolutely, mate. Whatever you want to do, I trust your judgment, Paul.
You're a star, mate. Absolutely, mate. And listen, I mean, so tell for the audience tonight who are listening, Evan Carydakis, international smooth jazz recording artist from Tassie. How did it all start from Melbourne town, mate? Like, can you just give us a little bit of a lead in?
From the very, very start, or from the recording?
Well, I guess from the recording side, you were sort of you're born in Melbourne, or come from Melbourne.
Born and bred in Melbourne.
Born and bred, yeah.
Born and bred.
And then what happened from there?
I met my wife, and she's a Tasmanian, and I said to her, Paul, I'm not moving to Tassie. And here I am. I moved to Tassie. It's a beautiful place to live, I've got to say. Certainly, we as far as performances, as you know, all our performances are based in Melbourne, and the band's based in Melbourne as well, because that's where the genre really thrives, because of people like you, which we're grateful for. So, back in, I think, what was Groove House 21? You come to a point in your career where you're no longer going to play other people's music, and you really want to start performing your own music, writing your own music, but more importantly, getting it out there, because that's the most important thing. And that's where it all started with Groove House. I mean, it was an ambitious project for the first one, and I got absolutely caned in the studio. I would have done a million edits in the studio for that one, but gradually they got better over time as far as my performance. Moving On was one out of the box, which we produced ourselves. We've got Michael Whittaker on keyboards, and it just has that groove, that great little laid back groove, and it was just the perfect song for the perfect time, that one.
Yeah, correct.
And after that we had Cherry Pops and we brought Michael on board to produce the whole thing. And he just got some fantastic musicians on board. Adam McPhail on guitar. The drummer from Snarky Puppy played on Cherry Pops. You know, wow. He's a great drummer, just a groove drummer, and he knows what to do. The music tells you what to do, and he just grooved. And then we continued with this production with Michael, and he got some great cats on board as well. He got Stacey Signor on drums, who's the drummer for the Jacksons and Earth, Wind and Fire. He got Giovanni Rodriguez on trumpet. Yeah,
crazy man, crazy.
Some other cats as well. They're top-notch guys. And Michael's a guy who doesn't muck around. They don't muck around in Nashville when they're producing. Yeah. It's the home of music for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah.
And my brother co-produced it, co-wrote the songs, and really got the best out of me from a performance perspective. He really, he told me how it was. It was brutally honest and what I needed to do to get the performance to where it was. And that I appreciated it, but it took me a while to hear it. Because whenever you're getting feedback that's not what you want to hear, sometimes it takes a little while to sink in. But I was glad.
Amazing, mate. And I know we've spoken over the years, and especially whilst you're making this music, and you've said that your bro, which is your co-producer, pinning you for the best out of it, the best out of you. There's no excuses to go second best, right? So it's the best. And if you're hearing Cherry Pops in the background here, mate, outstanding sound, outstanding composition. But mate, if we go back and look at your bio, for our listeners out there at Facebook land and obviously across the globe, mate, University of New England educated. Mate, what's going on? You're from Tassie, for goodness sakes.
I know.
Tell us.
I know. I got my
well done, mate. Well done.
Thank you. I got my music degree from there. I also did study overseas, as did my guitarist, Brendan Simpson. He studied at GIT and Berkeley, and he studied with the top guys. So we all do that. We all find the guys that we like overseas, man. Obviously Americans, because they're at the top of their field. And I find that they're the most humble and willing to share their knowledge.
Yeah.
And you can't muck around when you go and see those guys, because they know every note you're going to play before you play it. That's amazing. That's how good those guys are.
So you've taken some time to really understand and feel that process from real experience. You know what I mean? So it's not just that you playing. You're obviously very educated. Your style it's amazing, absolutely amazing style. But you're being able to work together and in coming this collaboration with your players, of your band and bringing out the instrument of what we're listening to today. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. When we play live, we sort of, especially me and Brendan, we've got the same approach. The way we think about music, I guess, how we expect things done. And me and him really keep each other honest too. Whenever we've missed out on opportunities or whenever we've let each other down at gigs.
Yeah, correct.
We have that conversation and we say, okay, what are we going to do next? How are we going to make that not happen? How are we going to improve? And sort of the current trajectory of our live shows is to get them ready to tour festivals next year in the States and in Asia. So we've added a lot of elements to the show, production elements that are going to take it to the next level and ready for the big stage.
Big stage, mate. Absolutely. I can see that coming. I can see that happening. For our, once again, our listeners out there, Evan Carydakis, international smooth jazz recording artist, brand new single launch, which I'm really excited about. Very shortly, Paradise Beach. Let me say, mate, I've seen you live, and like anything, can I just say, without it's your instrument is sensational, and like the testament is the people that have taken to the shows have all gone, wow. And I just think it's I can see what you're saying with Brendan and with the team and yourself, is that you don't it's not second best. This is number one. You're working together and you're getting the best in the sound, and you're getting the best in the delivery. So Evan Carydakis, people, I'm telling you, get onto his website, download the music, man, and just get behind him, because he is sensational, mate. Just recently, Bar One, Paris Cat, how good is it to see you live?
Man, I really appreciate your support and you coming down there and seeing us. I guess what you see is the 2-hour show, and I reckon leading up to each show, I'd be doing 30 days, a month solid practice on just the 2 sets that we're going to play.
Wow, that's
a
amazing.
Month solid.
Yeah,
just getting ready. How's it going to go down? How are we going to tell a story? How's the audience going to react? How do we build this? How do we build that? It's all about those elements. It's it's about engaging the audience. How do we build that story?
Absolutely.
And there's musical elements in it, like groove, feeling, dynamics. But at the end of the day, if you can tell a story and you can engage the audience, that's where it's at. That's what we're always aiming to do.
That's it, man. And I can see that with you and your band. That's definitely the way you articulate your sound. So amazing. I want to encourage people to get behind you and see your live shows coming up for the Paradise Beach tours. But quickly, mate, tell us, Cherry Pops is in the background, and I'm going to go to moving on very shortly. Just give us a roundabout of Cherry Pops. What was the thinking behind this?
The impetus behind that was, I don't know. I know many dog lovers in my circle, and we had a beautiful Australian Kelpie named Cherry, and she got canine lymphoma. Dogs get similar diseases to what humans get. I sort of blew us away. So she got a B and T cell lymphoma. She got a double hit of the worst you can have, and she went. We kept her going for a year and a half through chemotherapy and this and that. And the thing about animals is they're very loyal. They don't ask for much. They give you a lot of love back. They never complain. And that's what she inspired that song, really. And it changed a lot from when we first played it live to how it came out in the studio, because Michael Whitaker just did his magic on it. But that's the story behind that tune. That's about people or animals or feeling.
And as we read out earlier in the start of the show, wonderful accolades of the great success that's taken place. Let's move on to moving on. Tell us a little bit about that, mate, before we go live on the new single launch there. I've just got this in the background.
You're
looking very charming on the album cover as well, mate. You're looking very charming.
Thank you. I tell you, Paul, it's very important how you present yourself in the public.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you on that note, for every album cover that I've done, I've had a guy who's he's an excellent clothes retailer, Andrew Vosa, who's always got me the exact suit I need for the exact album cover, and a different one for each album cover. And I work with one photographer, Aisha Hansen, and she's fantastic, and she always gets the best out of the shoots. But if we get back to moving on, I'm just thinking about how that came about, and I think that came about from a point of discipline, where during the pandemic we had a concert that we set up at St. John's Church here in town, a massive church. It was probably 100, 150 seat. We packed the place out, and I wrote 3 or 4 tunes specifically for that concert. So they were written from a point of discipline. So it was Moving On, Soul Survival, which I haven't recorded live, Summer Days, and maybe one other, I think. But those were written from a point of discipline. And that Moving On was about the pandemic and about moving on from the pandemic and, time to move on. Let's move forward.
Right. Evan, can I say, in your last live performance where we saw you in, I think it was Bar Open in Brunswick here in Melbourne town, can I say Soul Survivor is an absolute classic track.
You like that, huh?
Everyone in our team, in our group, was just commented about it. There's something
That's
about
great
it.
to hear that feedback, Paul. Because
And,
maybe,
you know,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
No, that's
It's
great to
amazing.
hear that. Maybe that needs to be put on an album or as a single produced in the studio. But
It is a classic, mate. Please, do you have it there? Can you play it for us? On the Smith Friday Live Radio Show. It is sensational.
I don't have it. I don't have. We've never recorded it. I've got a couple of live snippets on YouTube Shorts. Yeah, but
I'm going to check it out. I'm going to go and check it out.
Yeah.
It's absolutely sensational. Awesome stuff. Moving on, as you said, look, you know, I've seen you, you know, from album cover right through to your delivery in a live show scenario, and just the music stuff. Just listen to the background of we're playing. Moving on right now, Evan Carydakis, international smooth jazz recording artist here. It's 98.9 Northwest FM. Absolutely blessed to have this guy with us here on Friday night, the Smith Friday Live Radio Show. We're just about to launch stream premiere of the Paradise Beach, brand new, mate. Talk us through it. How did this? And I'm just going to bring up your album cover. Can I just have a look at this really quickly?
Absolutely.
So you just talk to us while we're, you know, for our audience on 98.9 and also with our Facebook audience as well. Paradise Beach, check it out here. Evan Carydakis, ladies and gentlemen. How did it all come about, mate?
Well, first of all, I'll go back. So we spoke about Cherry Pops. That was about loss. We spoke about moving on. That was written from a point of discipline. This one's written from a point of place. You know, a place is inspiration. So Paradise Beach is actually a beach on the Greek island of Mykonos. Nice. And we'd been there many times as I'd say kids, but sort of in my 20s and 30s with various friends that we used to travel around the world with. And that's what inspired this song. It's about, you know, the waves, the tropics, the smooth grooves, the partying, the good time, and just that feeling, that sense of freedom that you get when you're traveling, you know. Yeah. And that's really what inspired the song, the place, Mykonos, Paradise Beach.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can hear it. I've had the privilege of listening to it before it's gone live, and I love it. We're going to play it shortly. It is absolutely sensational. It is full. It's full of Evan Carydakis, let me say, mate, and it's just so stylish, and you've articulated beautifully how it comes about. So just without any further ado, we're so honoured to be able to do this here on the Smith Friday Live Radio Show. Smoothjazz.Melbourne. It's live now as we speak. You know, we've pushed it out here today, and it's going to be cranking. So if you want to jump on and listen to Paradise Beach, Evan Carydakis, mate, and his repertoire, check us out here at smoothjazz.Melbourne and also at evancarydakis.com. The guy's a legend, let me tell you. Tell us quickly before we go with this live bit, when's the tour start? Kick off. You want to tell the audience about the tour?
It kicks off with the single launch on the 30th of May. I'm just going to look here on my website on the 30th of May
I'll put you on the spot, mate.
You know, at the Paris Cat. And
Paris
then
Cat, beautiful.
We've still got some dates to confirm in Adelaide in July, I think. June, we're at the Merry Bar. August, we're going to be at the Thornbury Local. September, Wesleyan. October, we're going to be at George Lane in St Kilda. November, we're going to be at Classic Southside in Elstonwick. December, we're going to be back at Bar Open. And in January of 25, we're planning some dates at the moment in Sydney, possibly 3 to 4 dates in Sydney and 2 in Canberra. Nice. And then after that, the focus is going to be on festivals. That's what we'll be changing our focus. Yeah,
awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and our audiences out there in, you know, as I said, Facebook land, tunein.com, and also our listeners across the globe and here in Australia town, let me introduce Evan Carydakis, ladies and gentlemen. Paradise Beach. It's first heard here on the Smith Friday Live Radio Show, and we're absolutely honoured to be able to do it. So hold on, don't go anywhere, because there is lots more coming your way. How good is that? How good is that? That is absolutely sensational. Here it is. Lady, here we are. We got live. It is Every Carydakis, Paradise Beach, brand new single, sensational, mate. How are you feeling? Are you absolutely rocking, or what's going on?
Mate, I absolutely love the pop and sizzle that Michael's put into that song. It's just love it. Very lucky. Very lucky.
Very lucky, mate. It's just beautiful. It's sharp. It's got, Mykonos, yeah? So it's a Mykonos way. And it just got the whole element to it, which is really exciting. Mate, well done. It's best success for this, single launch, man. And I know it's obviously around the globe currently. It's just live, mate. Looking forward to not only just playing it on our, Friday nights and Smooth Jazz Melbourne, but hearing the results and just, getting it out there across the globe, mate. Sensational.
I tell you what, I'm super excited. I'm working with Dale Murphy, radio promoter, on this release. And obviously, as you know, with Sandy at Smooth Jazz Global to market it worldwide. With Keith Gilchrist online he's out of Georgia, but he does all the North American online promotions. Yeah. So I've got a great team, and we're all in. We're all in, Paul. All in on this one. All in.
Absolutely. 100%, man. And look, it's just going to be absolutely epic. Mate, so let's so it's all about model. Yeah, can I just read some of your messages there, mate? Sorry. Can we talk about cancer?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, Paul. I know that's a little odd message there, but
Sorry, mate,
Michael,
go ahead.
Michael Whitaker, who's produced the last 2 songs for me. I just had a note from him or a message, Facebook message last week, and he's going through cancer at the minute.
Right. Okay.
So if he's listening, or if he's listening, or if he listens to this, I just hope we can wish him all the best. So he's going through treatment now. So I just want to wish him all the best, and that he gets well soon and he heals. And let's say a prayer for him.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, mate. It's obviously very sad to hear that. Just the brilliance of this gentleman, the impact it's had on you and across the music industry. But we're just believing for opportunity and sort of hope and healing. Absolutely, mate. Definitely.
Absolutely.
What an instrument, mate. The impact he's had. Amazing stuff.
Oh, there's no doubt. He does a lot of film scoring as well, Michael, and he runs a film scoring school amongst many other things that he does. But he's Paul, this guy's got more music in his little toe than I have in my whole body. And he's such a humble guy. He says to me, when you come to the States to tour, I'm going to be your keyboard player. That's what.
Yeah, awesome.
That type of.
That's amazing. It was the top, and it's not that I'm going to be. I'm going to be there. I'm going to do it for you.
I hope you give me the opportunity to play with you. I'm like, you're a killer, and you're leaving me for dead, and you want to play with. Of course, you're going to. I think he's going to be fine. But it was taken back to hear that, but. It's something that can afflict anyone. You just don't know.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Well, he's in our prayers. Like we just lift him up, and we just trust. We trust that he's got the right journey, and the impact, as I said, as mentioned earlier, the impact is just phenomenal, and he's touching Evan Carydakis' heart, mate, and to produce this sort of sound is amazing. Absolutely, mate. Congratulations on Paradise Beach, mate. Absolutely, thanks, congratulations, mate. We love the music from Evan Carydakis, ladies and gentlemen. Our listeners here on 98.9 Northwest FM Facebook, tune in around the globe. We've had our guys from Italy jump in and say hi, and wishing you all the best, mate. You no doubt going to get smashed on on the Facebook, on your socials, regarding this. But it's an honour actually being able to play tonight. Thank you so much. Paradise Beach, ladies and gentlemen, what a awesome opportunity. Love the tune. Keep listening to smoothjazz.melbourne and obviously smoothjazz.global, which is airing your music and I'm sure lots of other radio stations as well. Here on 98.9, and we're just playing it because we're supporting Australian talent. That's what it's all about. Yeah, he might be in Tassie. Don't hold it against him. He's from Tassie, but he's Melbourne town.
Can I just qualify that? I'm born and bred in Melbourne.
Sensational. Awesome, mate. Glorious, man. Absolutely glorious. Well, look, thanks, mate, for jumping on. I know it's late. It's just 10 after the hour on 11 o'clock, mate. It's been sensational. Thank you. And we look forward to getting, hearing all about the great successes of Paradise Beach. But check you out, evancarydakis.com. Can I say, honestly, mate, from my heart, can I say, go and see you live. I want to tell the audience here in Australia, in Melbourne, go and see you live, or across the globe, across Australia.
Please.
See you live, you and the band live. Sensational, mate. I love it. I'll put some posts, I'll put some pictures up and stuff like that just to verify how awesome it was to have you see you live, mate. I love it. Absolutely love it. Thanks,
Can I mention to the listeners too, that Paul's off to the Java Jazz Festival. He loves it. And, that's why he loves our music and he supports our music because it's in his heart. I mean, you've been there how many times? Every year for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years?
This will be my 6 years. This is my 6th year. this May in a week and a half, being number 6. And I'll continue to go until the day I finish, you know what I mean? But I love it. And it's just about, it's a compilation of, so much music, so much wonderful talent. And mate, please, we're going next year, yeah? That's the 20th anniversary of Java Jazz. You're coming with me. All right? You're going to lock yourself in?
Yep. Cool.
You're going to play there. What am I talking about?
Paul, I'll say to the listeners too that Paul introduced me to someone very important there, and I'm very eternally grateful for him. But Paul, how would you rate that festival in our region in Asia, Java Jazz?
Mate,
it would be the
I'd
premier
say,
festival. Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. In Southern Hemisphere, it's the number one. It's definitely without
the number
doubt.
one.
Like it's the number one, mate. You've got Singapore, you've got Japan, you've got you've got articulated sort of festivals around. I mean, we talked to a lady today, a friend of ours, and she went up to Byron Bay, to this festival. Fantastic stuff that we're doing here in Australia, in Asia. Java Jazz, it's the epic. It's the number one festival in the globe, I think. I mean, people would say you're biased, Paul, because you sort of thought it's Asia. Amazing stuff happens at Dave Cos cruise at the moment, and there's everyone in smooth jazz on that cruise.
They're in Athens.
They're in Athens, exactly, mate. Yeah, 100%. So they're out there doing their thing, but that's secluded. It's like in a ship, yeah. But you're going to come to Java Jazz. You'll see who we got. We got Ron King, Paul Brown. We've got Ray Thistlethwaite from here from Australia. He's our local rock jazz artist from Melbourne. Who else we got? Like there's tons. Brian Simpson, Incognito. Look, the list goes on, mate. The Yusuf, the Yusuf expedition. Yusuf Joseph exhibition. There's just so many artists out there. You've got to go and check them out. It's just an amazing session. Absolutely.
Hey Paul, you know how you were playing Adam Hawley before?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
My guitarist, he had a guy out here doing what you would call workshops and shows.
Right.
And I went out to dinner with Brendan and him, and he turned out to be Adam's teacher back in the States.
No way. Amazing.
Yep.
Wow.
And he spoke very highly, not only of Adam's playing, but listen what people don't see behind the books. His work ethic, right? Up at 5 or 6 in the morning before everyone else starting work, and he's smarts in other areas as well. So
I can imagine.
You talk about these people that we play, that we know about, multi-dimensional, but they're up at the crack of dawn, making sure they get ahead.
Amazing.
That's what it takes to succeed.
Yeah,
Isn't it, Paul?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Look, Coory, session player, obviously accredited and renowned, performer, as well as artist, and he plays for all of the top artists, in the US and around the globe and stuff like that. So, not producer, composer. Amazing. He's great. Adam Hawley is absolutely sensational, and it's a testament because this is what people are saying, But his music is even amazing.
I think he's number one on his album Unstoppable. I believe it's number one on the Groove Jazz chart at the minute.
Okay. Yeah. Amazing stuff, mate. We started off the program tonight with his previous album. Let's get down tonight with Vincent Ngala. So there's those collaborations, mate.
He's a killer too, Vincent, isn't he?
When are you going to play with Adam Hawley, mate? When are you going to do a session with him?
Mate, I'd love to. He's sensational. Sensational, Adam is.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing, mate. Awesome stuff. Mate, don't worry about a thing, Evan, because like every Carydakis, you are absolutely like a jet stream, man. It's moving, mate. Absolutely moving. We had Groove House moving on. Cherry Pops and now Paradise Beach, ladies and gentlemen. Sensational. Get behind this.
You know, Paul, while we get now into the promotion and publicity side of this release, we've already started on the next release. So that continuum never stops.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
There's no downtime, no breathing time.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going. Because
keep going. Correct.
Things take a lot of time to come together, especially if they're going to be competitive at an international level.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You can't stop. You can't think about it. You can just keep making, keep producing, keep composing, keep getting better, and collaborating. It's important to collaborate, with artists, and positioning and pivoting yourself to getting your name across, and out there across the globe, and be a powerhouse in the music game. Smooth jazz.
That's the plan.
Smooth jazz.
It really, this genre really reflects to me how I grew up listening to all the different sorts of music. We listened to jazz. I played mainly mainstream jazz growing up, but that wasn't true of what I listened to growing up, because I listened to a wide variety of music. And smooth jazz has what? It has that pop sensibility with the sort of jazz soloing, jazz influence. So it's really encapsulates the way we grew up listening to music.
Yeah, true. Absolutely.
It's like coming home.
Yeah, it's like coming home, isn't it? It's like Mykonos, Paradise Beach. It's just that experience. It's home. Exactly. Yeah. It's that resonates within yourself. And you've brought a song. You brought it. Created this song that talks that. It talks that experience and
the sense of place.
Yeah, sense of place. Yeah. I haven't been to Mykonos yet, mate, but I will get there. I haven't been.
Well,
I've been in Lebanon, but
the jewel of the Mediterranean.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. The jewel. What they say, it's the Paris of the Middle East.
Paris of the Middle East.
Yeah. Beirut. That obviously has changed, but it's great fun, great time. But I was there a few years ago. But I'd love to go to Mykonos and check it out and check out the Greek islands.
Paul, I've got to say, I've got a particular liking of Middle Eastern food, Lebanese food. Man,
you like Lebanese food? Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, man.
Well, mate, next time you come to Melbourne, we're going to go Lebanese, and I've got a couple of really cool places to take you. Okay?
We went for coffee last time, but this time, yes, we will go Lebanese. I'll hold you to that.
It is. We'll lock it in, mate, and we're going to be listening to Paradise Beach as we're doing it, as we try to check you out, man. How good is that? I love it. Love your work, man. Love your work. Congratulations, Evan. I've got to keep going for our show tonight. Smooth Friday Live Radio Show called Fifth Mix Coory here on 98.9 Northwest FM. We've got the very awesome international smooth jazz artist, recording artist himself, Evan Carydakis, with his latest single, Paradise Beach. Absolutely sensational. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, mate, on the show. You. And the best successes for you. Okay?
Thanks for having me, mate. I love you, pal. Thank you.
Love you too, man. We'll be in touch, yeah? But we'll stick around because there's lots more of music here on the Smooth Friday. And we're looking forward to seeing this guy doing great things here on 98.9 Northwest FM. Smooth Jazz at Melbourne. See you, man. Cheers.
See you, man. Thank you.
See you.